Hello there, everybody. Thank you for watching Giraffe Sports. My name is Cole Martins. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the MLB and the two championship series coming up this week. Sorry, last week I didn't get to make a video for this. I was just too busy to do it, but it's probably a good thing I do anyways because I only got one of the three series correct. And also in those series, I found out that my two picks for the World Series, the Los Angeles Dodgers and Los Angeles Angels, both got eliminated. So now I have to pretty much rearrange everything towards these picks, and let's go to what I think about these two series right now. And we're going to first start off with the American League Championship Series, as the Kansas City Royals, surprise team right now in the playoffs, taking on the Baltimore Orioles. The Royals came off a sweep of the Los Angeles Angels and a huge sweep on the best team in the MLB this year with the best record. We have 98 wins this year. So Kansas City keeping it going with that small ball, and they are looking very, very good so far in this playoffs. And the Orioles also coming off the sweep of the Detroit Tigers, sweeping the last three Cy Young winners. And this Baltimore offense just was on when those starters came out. And game 1 and 2, once the relievers came in for the Tigers, it was just game after that, as the Orioles scored about, I believe it was 18 runs after the starters came out. Then game 3, they pretty much took advantage of the Tigers and beat them in their own game and earned the sweep of the Tigers. So the number 4 seed Royals and the number 2 seed Orioles, both teams have not been in the World Series in a very, very long time. The last time the Royals have been to the World Series, it was in 1985, and for the Orioles, it was in 1983. So over pretty much, or close to 30 years for both these teams since they have seen the World Series. Now these two teams, a little different on their stats and their offensive positions, offensive play as well. As for the Orioles, they have led the major league in home runs in the AL this year, and in the AL, the Royals have had the least amount of home runs this year. But the thing for the Royals is they had the most stolen bases this year, where the Orioles had the least amount of bases this year. So if you look at the stats of this one, it's pretty much speed versus power in this matchup between these two teams. Now, if you take a look at the regular season series between these teams, Kansas City has the advantage in that one, taking 4 out of 3 in the series, as pretty much this great pitching staff for the Kansas City Royals, the starting and relievers, as we've seen so far in this playoff, have looked outstanding and has kept them going in every game. And that is pretty much the key to this team, is if they can keep that pitching going, they can get far, very far in this series and possibly win it. And for the Orioles, the keys in this one is if Cruz can keep his streak going. As Cruz, he's been looking very, very outstanding this postseason, as once again he had a big series against the Tigers. And if he can have another big series right here, it could lift the Orioles to the win over the Royals. But a thing for the Orioles is their lack of aces on this team. They do not have that much star power in the pitching area, and that could be a key thing compared to where the Royals have a lot of power in their pitching rotation. Now for game 1 Friday, which is at 8 o'clock on TBS, the day it'll be October 10th. Jake Shields will be pitching for the Royals, and we are still waiting to hear on who the Baltimore Orioles are going to start. So that might come down to a couple hours before the game where we might find that out. But for my prediction for this series, I am going to take the Kansas City Royals in this series in 7 games. I believe this is going to be a very, very good matchup between these two. I believe it's going to go back and forth, I believe, as speed's going to win some games, but power's going to win others. And I believe the Royals are in this one. I believe speed's going to get the Royals to the win with those stolen bases, as well as the small ball they play. I believe it's a huge advantage. I've been watching it all postseason. It looked like it's been working great for them. And that is why I think the Royals are going to win this one in 7. Again, you can watch Game 1 Friday, October 10th at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on TBS. Now we head to other championship series, where the San Francisco Giants will take on the St. Louis Cardinals. The number 4 seed Giants, who also played in a wild card game, beat the Washington Nationals the number 1 seed in 2-1 in their series, 3-1 in their series, excuse me. As the Giants once again look very, very outstanding in that series as well. Their offense and defense was incredible. And for the Cardinals, the number 3 seed beat the number 2 seed Los Angeles Dodgers 3-1 game in 3-1 series. As the Cardinals pitching and batting showed up against this very, very powerful Dodgers team. And pretty much the key thing for that series for the Cardinals was how they were able to beat up Kershaw late in the games and get a lot of runs off him and get the wins in those 2 games as well. Now for these 2 teams, they are very familiar with the playoffs, as this is for the third out of 5 years. The Giants are now in the National League Championship Series, and for the Cardinals, this is their 4th straight National League Championship Series. So like I mentioned, both these teams very familiar with getting to this point. Also very familiar with getting to the World Series as well with these 2 teams, as the Giants have won the World Series back in 2010 and 2012. They're trying to go every other year winning the World Series. And for the Cardinals, they won the World Series in 2011 and also made it last year to the World Series, but lost to the Boston Red Sox. This is also a rematch of 2012, where pretty much I just mentioned that the Giants won that one, because that is the year they also won the World Series. So good match there, and a key matchup that a lot of people are waiting for and might be able to see Game 1 is Bumgarner taking on Wainwright, as those 2 amazing pitching so far in the regular season and in the playoffs as well, as that would be a very, very good matchup to see. As of right now, we do know Wainwright is pitching Game 1, but the Giants have not released their starting pitcher in Game 1 yet. A lot of people are saying it's not going to be Bumgarner because they believe he's going to get some rest and possibly pitch Game 2, I believe is what they were saying. We'll have to wait and see on that one. And pretty much for both these teams, their pitching is very, very good, as they both have a great rotation, great bullpens that can keep them in the games. So I'm expecting a very, very low scoring games in this series, even though both these teams do have great offenses as well. Some keys to this series for the Giants: they need to get Giants, they need to get Crawford going in this. As they can get Crawford playing well, they can get some great momentum against this Cardinals team. And if he can have some big at bats and get some home runs for this team, it could be the key to Giants winning this series. Also, another key for them is stopping Wainwright. Wainwright, a very, very great pitcher. If he gets in momentum, then he could hurt you guys. And we know he's going to be at least pitching 2 games in this series. If the Giants are able to stop him, they should be in a very good a very good chance of winning this series. But as well for the Cardinals, if they can stop Bumgarner, they will have a great chance of winning this series, as we know we'll see him at least twice in this series. So the Cardinals and this great batting of the Cardinals can take advantage of that. They can have a great chance of winning this series. Now to the regular season, when these 2 teams played, the Giants had the advantage in that one, as they won 4 out of 3 games against the Cardinals. So once again, another close matchup in the regular season between these 2 teams. And now for my prediction in this series, I'm going to go with the St. Louis Cardinals. I just believe overall, offensive-wise, they have the better team. Pitching, I believe they are better off as well. And I believe the Cardinals are going to get revenge for their loss in the 2012 National League Championship Series. And they're going to take this series in 6 games. And if you want to catch this game, this will be on Saturday, October 11th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fox. And that is it for my Championship Series predictions. I'd like to hear what you guys got to say. Who do you guys think is going to win the AL and NL Championship Series? Who do you guys possibly think is going to win the World Series? Who do you think is going to be the MVP of the AL NL Series? I'd love to hear what you guys got to say. If you could also please like this video and subscribe to my channel. And you can also follow my Twitter accounts, as you can follow my sports page at News Giraffe. You can also follow my Twitter page at ColeMartins57. I appreciate you guys watching this video, and you guys have a great day.